Stick your nose in there.
Nice glass.
Yeah, my wife's husband made that for me. He's a jerk. Glass work in this one.
That's pretty.
There's a singer. And these are the dancers. You recognize this dancer at all?
No.
It's Janet Jackson. Just for the fun of it, I made a big bird, an iron bird, 9-foot wingspan. And I hung it out in the tree out there. And if you pulled on the rope, it would fly. And if you would snap on the rope, it would sing because the body was made out of a part of an oxygen cylinder. It was a fun project, and I never intended to make any more, but a neighbor came by one day. He said, "My gosh, where'd you ever get that?" I said, "I dug it out of the marsh out here, inhabited the marsh during the Iron Age, but they're extinct now." Well, I couldn't stop with one. I kept digging them out and welding them back together and putting them on the deck. Well, then my wife got pretty irritated. She says, "I can't even read a book out here anymore, but somebody showing up wants to see these things." I said, "I don't know how they come. I didn't tell anybody about it." But anyway, to satisfy her, I cleared the field out with the brush and moved a bunch of them out there and put a little bridge across the ditch. Well, within 5 years, so many people were coming, I sold out to my partner in town. I had a law practice for 40 years. I sold out to my partner in town and decided to play the rest of my life. And then it really exploded. Without any advertising, without any signage, we were getting around 15,000 people every year. Year before last, without the COVID thing, they signed our guest book from 34 different countries, 32 the year before. So we're seeing people from all over the world. Five years ago, I'm talking to him. Believe me, I'm impressed. This guy's intelligent, nice personality. Turns out to be a very honest lawyer. This is Abe Lawbender, and he's paralegal. He's with Lawbender, Cheatham, Pettifogger, and Scum. Good bunch of guys, huh? Somebody's been shooting at him. Hey, you ever bungee jump? Okay. Well, if you ever do, just as a caution, wear a bra. Went from an A to a double D long in just 2 jumps. Isn't that something? These are the marsh mosquitoes, see? Much worse last year. And my wife's got her own little business with melted glass and making ornaments and beads and such. And she's a fiber artist. She does a lot of spinning and knitting and dyeing and carding the wool. She makes all the beads. Once the beads are made, she makes them all kinds of jewelry and teaches and makes the beads into jewelry. To make a bead, she takes a little stainless steel rod and dip one in with clay solution so the glass won't stick to the rod. Then she wraps melted glass around the end of these rods and comes up with all these different bead shapes, colors. When the glass cools, she can pull the rod out. Then there's a hole left for the bead. These are made the same way. It calls them her giggle critters. You know my favorite? She did a self-portrait. In my life. She likes to travel. She's been all over been to New Zealand, Galapagos Islands, all over Europe several times, and she pays for it with what she makes with all her glass work and that in there. She retired from nursing about 23 years ago, and she won't give it up. She's parish nurse. She's out at least twice a week seeing people who don't have any care in their homes. She goes to South America Medical Missions, works at the free clinic up here. So she's busy not only with a lot of volunteer work, but with her activities here with the glass and everything. But I'm selling over 800 pieces a year.
Okay.
I give bigger ones to all the local charitable auctions, raise money for the schools and churches and things like that. And then I never sell my big ones. Either keep them here or give them to local schools, churches, parks, and that.
Okay.
Now, our church has a 40-foot circle out in front. It's all landscape with plants. And people drive around the circle, let people off at the door. Well, they asked me if I'd make them something. And they thought maybe a family of 5, the 3 kids and parents going through the plants. Hadn't done people bigger before, so I started experimenting with some children's faces and noses. And then I got to thinking, all I'd have to do was put some hair on there, and I'd have a politician. I found this chain at the scrapyard. Somebody said it came out of a tavern up in Stratford. There's over 6,000 bottle caps in there. Started doing Dr. Frogs a while back too. So that's how we got started, how this thing ended up, and now we're seeing people from all over the world. It's good to meet these people. And you're always going to get China and Germany and South American countries, but Kazakhstan, Abu Dhabi, Thailand. So, no, it's become a wonderful experience for us. We're open 10 to 4:30, 8 days a week. We had to expand it because it was getting so busy we just couldn't handle it. After September, then we're open 10 to 4 because by 4 it's dark anyway, and so we're closed. We don't even put the gate up because by 4 o'clock it's getting dark already. But otherwise we're open all the time. In the winter time we do take some time off, so it's a good idea to call and out of we're open, and we do have doctor appointments and such like that might tie both of us up sometimes, but that's pretty rare, so we're usually here.